Okay, let's go through this one together. So this time I don't have the proportion option. I have to multiply through by the LCD. Well, what is my LCD? You got to factor first. Yeah, exactly. Good. So let's do that first. We got to factor. So what do we get when we factor? Well, first one's factored. Second one is factored. Third, the right side factors to what on the bottom? Okay, good. P minus 2 times P plus 2. So what is my LCD? There you go. P minus 2 times P plus 2. So that's what we're going to distribute through, right? Okay, so that goes out front. We're going to distribute it all the way through. And so what's that look like when we distribute it all the way through? Okay, well, if I do that distribution, I'm going to get my original numerator times P minus 2 times P plus 2. What did we forget to do at the very beginning, though? Again, what I forget to do? Exclusions. Yeah, what are my exclusions? P cannot equal 2 or negative 2, right? Okay. All right, so if I distribute, I get my LCD times each of my original numerators. So everybody agree that's what it looks like if I distribute? It looks like a mess. But I do that because now I can see a bunch of cancellation, right? When I distribute my LCD, the whole point of this is then I get to cancel all of my original denominators. Well, there I've got a 1. We don't count that. It doesn't matter anyway, right? Over here, I get to cancel all that stuff. And so then my denominators are all gone. What's left? In my first fraction, I've just got P times the quantity P plus 2. Okay? So all that stuff cancels, which just leaves me with P times P plus 2 plus 2 times the quantity P minus 2 times the quantity P plus 2 equals 8. Okay? So what do you think? Is there a way, when you're doing this, do you think you could be a little more efficient and skip some steps here?
Yeah. Seems like it's really fast.
Don't you think you could? Don't you think you could probably go straight from this step right here down to that step if you're careful? Because when you're distributing, you could be distributing and canceling at the same time, couldn't you? Everybody see that? You don't have to, but I think you're working towards that point where that feels comfortable, right? How do we do that? Well, when I distribute this P minus 2 times P plus 2, I would see that in the first fraction, those are just going to cancel, right? So all I'm left with is the product of those two factors on the top, P plus 2 times T, right? When I distribute to the second fraction, nothing cancels. When I distribute to the third fraction, everything cancels, and all I'm left with is an 8 on top. So you can probably combine those steps, right? And now it's just a bunch of work, right? But we're done with the fraction part. We've got our exclusions. This looks like something you guys would have done last unit. What would we do here now? Distribute. Good. So if I distribute, I'm just going to get, this, right? I'm going to distribute the P. I'm going to FOIL those two out, right? P squared plus 2P minus 2P minus 4, right? Then I'll distribute that 2 to everything I get from the blue product and get that, 2P squared minus 8. Subtract the 8 to this side. And when I combine like terms, I just get that. Okay, and that's looking pretty good now, right? Now it's just a matter of solving that quadratic equation.